I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing. I just wanna set you free. Come on, come on, come on. You and me can make it anywhere. And for now, we can stay here for a while. Hey, 'cause you know, I just wanna see you smile. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. And when you're weak, I'll be strong. I'm gonna keep holding on. Now don't you worry, it won't be long, darling. When you feel like hope is gone, just run into my arms. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. I'm only one call away.
I'm Clay Wood with the State Training Committee. I've been involved in the fire service for 33 years. Today, we're here to recognize the 50 years of fire school.
Hello, I'm Ed Timorowski. I've got 32 years in the Arizona Fire Service.
Hello, my name is Bob Hansen.
I've been in the fire service for 46 years, and 30 of those years I've been on the Arizona Training Committee.
I'm Brian Waller, and I represent the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management.
My name is Mike Cassidy. One of the driving forces to get the fire school started was a result of the disaster that occurred in Kingman, Arizona, on July 5th, 1973, where a Vauxhall railroad car, 30,000-gallon propane tanker, caught fire, and a local fire department responded to the call. I think they had 30 members that responded, and the Vauxhall, the tank car exploded while the crews were setting up large streams with an unnamed monitor, but they were still inside there. And when the explosion occurred, three of the volunteer firefighters, one of which was my father, were killed instantly. And over the course of the next month, we lost 8 more volunteer firefighters that succumbed to their burn injuries. And we were having funerals every week. But that was a driving force that got people off center to move forward. We've got to have more fire service training in the state.
The committee was formed in 1973, made up of volunteers Arizona Fire Service to support the Arizona State Fire Marshal's Office in producing fire school. The committee today now rosters 56 fire service members. These members are dedicated to producing the fire school and outreach programs throughout the year. We meet every 3 months to review the course curriculum and provide the additional training support to produce the next fire school. The Arizona Fire Training Committee also oversees the Arizona Center for Fire Service Excellence, which provides the outreach training and all certification programs for the Arizona Fire Service throughout the year. A unique group providing a fire school experience that is attended not only by Arizona firefighters, but we bring students from across the nation to attend our fire school. And we're nationally recognized.
A little bit of Arizona State Fire School history.
Some of the changes that we've had is in 1994, we actually went from programs and we incorporated also the big posters that you see. That was also the very first year for United Fire to do their Firefighter of the Year award. In 1996, for the 23rd annual fire school, and that was to put together the memorial service that we do at the beginning of fire school every year. That was held out by the Mesa Honor Guard and Band, which at the time they had just formed. The memorial service honors those that have given all their time to the fire service here in Arizona. Another change that we did was incorporating into our sales goods a challenge coin. That came about in 2010. In 2015, we started the license plates. Those license plates help fund the scholarships and putting on fire school every year.
The Arizona Hall of Fame was established in 1998 during the 25th Annual Fire School. The Hall of Fame has been dedicated to those acknowledging individuals who have significantly contributed to the fire service community, bringing honor to those in the fire service. Nominees are submitted by peers and evaluated based on their service duration, various community involvement, educational and operational impact, community contributions, and organizational influences. Inductees are honored during the opening ceremonies of the annual fire school.
One of the main features of fire school is our Saturday night auction and raffle. And this is an opportunity for everybody to get together. It's the last night of fire school. These people have been working hard under a lot of stress, and this is their night to let their hair down a little bit. And everybody should attend because it's a lot of fun.
The success of Arizona State Fire School led to the creation of the Arizona Wildfire and Incident Management Academy.
And in the early days, forestry was part of the Arizona State Land Department, who manages trust lands for the beneficiaries in the state. And wanted to share some perspectives from my viewpoint, being a wetland guy, is that we've always been partners and cooperators with our rural and municipal fire departments since our inception, and helped them to get organized, trained, and equipped. And in the same fashion, we would sign agreements with the fire departments, and they would help us fight our wildland fires throughout the state and throughout our normal fire season, which is different now.
Fire school has been a significant part of my life. Was being a firefighter in the state of Arizona. I can remember the first fire school that I ever went to, and wanting to be part of this training committee.
Fire school to me was a signal in my brain that we were now out of fire season or beginning training season, so it was a happy place for me.
I joined the Arizona State Fire Training Committee in 1997, and it's been a great opportunity to give back to a tremendous fire service community that I've had the opportunity to work with for many, many years.
Who is the Arizona Fire Training Committee? We are the Arizona Fire Service, dedicated to training all of the Arizona Fire Service.
The importance of this video states the history of the fire training committee, fire school, and those who have contributed. Our hope is that you can walk away from this understanding the importance of firefighter training, the certification programs that are out there, and the work it is taking to keep certification available to all firefighters in the state of Arizona.
want to say to you. Did you stand there in shock at the sight of that black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger and fear for your neighbor? Or did you just sit down and cry? Did you weep for the children who lost their dear loved ones? Pray for the ones who don't know. Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the road? Sob for the ones left alone. Did you burst out with pride, the red, white, and blue, and the heroes who died just doing what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer and look at yourself and what really matters? I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in our rock and our red. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, and the greatest is love. Where were you when the world stopped turning that September day? Teaching class full of innocent children, driving out some cold. You're surviving and crying.
How's that for the intro, huh? That's really better than that. And we'd like to thank each and every one of you for being at this year's 51st Annual Fire School. We welcome to all, and we're going to head and we're going to start this off in the State Fire Training Committee, how we always do it, right? And we'll ask you to rise as we invite the honor guard in. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance Okay, we'd ask you to be seated. We'll now have our invocation by our pastor with Goodyear Fire Department, Pastor Othel Newell.
Good morning, everyone. If you don't mind, will you please bow your heads with me? Dear God, our Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for another day which was not promised to us. Thank you for 51 years that men and women have been coming to the school to learn, to grow, to teach, to encourage. So we ask on this 51st year that you bless all the instructors, those that have come to learn and to grow. We also ask and give thanks for those that provided scholarships for others to be here. And then, Father God, I'd be remiss, we can never forget 343 lives that were taken, families impacted, that we will be remembering this coming week. And not only those that perished on that day, but from those that were impacted and passed away later. We will forever be in their debt and give them honor. Let us be safe here today. And thank you for the men and women that risked their lives to save lives. We ask comfort. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We will now recognize those members of the Arizona Fire Service that we have lost in the last year.
Melvin Mel Sorensen, Arizona Fire Training Committee, Phoenix Fire Department, Office of the Arizona State Fire Marshal, Mojave Valley Fire Department.
Bill Bedoya, Avondale Fire Department.
Janet Lynn Hawk, Buckeye Valley Fire District.
Gene Lehman, Casa Grande Fire Department.
Jeff Novak, Casa Grande Fire Department.
Charlie Brown, Clay Springs Pinedale Fire Department.
James Shane Rogers, Clay Springs Pinedale Fire Department.
Dennis Darber, Colorado City Fire Department.
Jonathan Danny Lorenz, Eloy Fire Department.
Herbert Dalbini, Sr., Fort Huachuca Fire Department.
Rex Babcock, Glendale Fire Department.
Ed George, Glendale Fire Department.
Rich Hale, Glendale Fire Department.
Aaron Carver, Golder Ranch Fire District.
Daniel Rose, Lake Havasu City Fire Department.
Richard Carlson, Lake Mojave Ranchos, GCW ARF.
Mike Golden, Mesa Fire Medical Department.
Sam Halverson, Mesa Fire and Medical Department.
Gary Rains, Mesa Fire and Medical Department.
Ray Carrillo, Peoria Fire Department.
William Alexander Sr., Phoenix Fire Department.
William Bill Calloway, Phoenix Fire Department.
Frank Contreras, Phoenix Fire Department.
Bill Douglas, Phoenix Fire Department.
Tom Drypow, Phoenix Fire Department.
John Dewar Jr., Phoenix Fire Department.
Joe Fredo, Phoenix Fire Department.
Thomas Hinkle, Phoenix Fire Department.
Tom Hudson Sr., Phoenix Fire Department.
Don O'Connor, Phoenix Fire Department.
Kenneth Donald Falsgraf, Phoenix Fire Department.
Manny F. Martinez Sr., Phoenix Fire Department.
Ray Martinez, Phoenix Fire Department.
John Snyder, Phoenix Fire Department.
James Elmer Yates Sr., Phoenix Fire Department.
Philip Roy Yeager, Phoenix Fire Department.
Jim Vance, Rural Metro Fire Department, Northwest Fire District.
Dart F. Crater, Rural Metro Fire Department, Scottsdale Fire Department.
Steve Morrow, Rural Metro Fire Department, Sun City Fire Department.
Richard Dick Partner, Safford Fire Department.
Nicholas Nick Michelego, Safford Fire Department.
Walter Eugene Gene Seal, Safford Fire Department.
Fred Irwin Sherman, Sedona Red Rock Fire District.
David J. Kirk, St. John's Volunteer Fire Department. We will now recognize those members we have lost in the line of duty in the last year. Henry Jendayan, Payson Fire Department, Pine Strawberry Fire District, Christopher Cole Fire District.
Cody Treach, Rural Metro Fire Department.
Corey Ewell, Rural Metro Fire Department, Scottsdale Fire Department. All uniformed personnel, please rise. The men and women of today's fire service are confronted with a more dangerous work environment than ever before. We're forced to continually change our strategies and tactics to accomplish our tasks. Our methods may change, but our goals remain the same as they were in the past: to save lives and to protect property, sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is our chosen profession. This is the tradition of the firefighter. The fire service of today is ever-changing, but it is steeped in traditions 200 years old. One such tradition is the sounding of the bell. It was the bell that signaled the start of duty. Through the days and nights, each alarm was sounded by a bell. It called them to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow man. And when the fire was out and the alarm had been completed, it was the bell that signaled its end. When a firefighter died in the line of duty, paying the supreme sacrifice, it is the mournful toll of the bell that solemnly announced a comrade's passing. We seek strong words and symbols that give us a better understanding of our feelings when we experience a loss. And we use these words and symbols to reflect the devotion our brothers and sisters had for their duties. The sounding of the bell, a special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represented the end of their duties and that they were returning to quarters. And now for our fallen brothers who have completed their tasks, their duties well done, they have given their best. For our fallen brothers, their last alarm, they have gone home.
All uniform personnel, present, up!
his brother and sister for that. And once again, I'd like to welcome you to our 51st annual fire school. My name is Clay Wood. I'm an assistant chief with Tipper Mesa Fire Medical. I'll be the MC for this morning's event. We have a number of things that we want to walk through today. So to start with, we would like to talk about some of our off-sites. We have in the neighborhood of 770 students here today. And out of that, we have 7 different facilities that we're using. These are fantastic partners from municipalities here in the valley, as well as the private, so we thank each one of them. There is in the foyer where the t-shirt sales are, there's a map on there. There's also a catalog around here that has the location of your class and your training facility. So we'd be ask you to be aware of that. We are going to talk about at the very end of this, we're going to make some training center assignments here in this room so that if you don't know where you're going or if you need carpool, there's going to be a number of folks at each one of these locations. So we'll meet in this auditorium, but we'll talk about that at the end of the ceremony. So with that, we would remind you, particularly from the higher elevations, it's going to be hot this week, right? Because it's always hot here. So we need you to make sure that you shake up on hydrate. We do have a sponsor with Liquid IV that'll be each one of the locations. With that, we also have FirstNet that's provided some internet services here in this facility and in the ballroom, so we appreciate their sponsorship. We have a number of other sponsors that have continually been able to make fire school much more affordable, as well as provided tools and equipment. So we thank each one of those sponsors. We do have some membership sales. There's a number of t-shirts. I'd encourage you to get your t-shirts early, as well as challenge coins are out there. The merchandise typically does not last long in the size that you like. So you should get that after a home ceremony because it's closed right now. Also, some events that we have tonight. We're going to have at the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Flame over in Phoenix. They'll have an open house. There's information, there's flyers around. We'll talk about the address on that. And this is a fantastic place to go and look at the museum, as well as the inductees into the Training Schools Hall of Fame. Those inductees will happen tonight. So, also there for you football fans, here at this Delta Hotel, there's going to be a pool party so that you can watch your favorite team tonight. On Friday night, we have the Tools of the Trade. That will be held right here at this facility, just outside in the parking lot. We've got Wallows Pizza, Terrence Creamery. There'll be some apparatus from, again, some of our municipalities here in the city, and a number of other vendors. And then Saturday night is the raffle. How many of you are first-time attendees? Can you turn the house lights on for a minute? First-time attendees, raise your hand really high. So it looks like about half of you. So that means half of you have never got to experience the raffle. This is 100% adult entertainment. Look, there's an age limit on this for a purpose, okay? So just recognize that. Anyway, this is an opportunity for you to buy raffle tickets, and there's a whole lot of raffle items that are available. And we also have what we call a silent auction. There's a number of really, really good items that are in the silent auction. Golf packets and things like that. So we would encourage all of you to please participate in that raffle. All of those proceeds go right back into fire school and make this a little bit more affordable. So we'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And with that, that's all the announcements I have. It's a good thing, right? So we're going to start walking into some of the other pieces of the fire school. So we would invite
Mr. Bill Boyd, Deputy Director with the Arizona Department for Management.
Thanks, Chief. Morning, everyone. As the Chief said, my name is Bill Boyd. I'm the Deputy Director of the Department of Forestry and Fire Management. On behalf of Tom Torres, the State Forester, and my boss, I'd like to thank the members of the Arizona State Fire Training Committee, the Arizona Center for Fire Service Excellence, all the Valley Fire Departments, volunteers, instructors, and participants for making 51 years of fire service training and education at the annual State Fire School a reality. People who live and recreate in Arizona are fortunate to have you all to serve and protect them and their property. We all depend on you, so please take full advantage of this training. Your health and safety are important to us all. Please take the idea that everyone goes home to heart. Partnerships and collaboration are the mechanisms that allow the fire service in Arizona to function. Partnerships and collaboration are the best tools that my agency, the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management, has to deliver our mission, which includes wildfire suppression on over 22 million acres of Arizona land. The reality is that DFFM has less than 100 employees dedicated to wildfire suppression. It comes out to about 220,000 acres per firefighter. To fill in those gaps, DFFM relies on its partnerships with local departments and districts to get the job done. You guys are our boots on the ground, and for that, the state is eternally grateful. Our State Fire Management Officer, John Truitt, tells me that we burned over 252,000 acres this year, and it was you, our cooperators, Arizona's local fire departments and fire districts, that helped keep that number low. While we didn't burn a record number of acres, it was still a significant fire year with conditions on the ground causing some of the most extreme fire behavior that we have ever seen. Since taking office in 2023, Governor Hobbs and the legislature have increased Arizona's ability to suppress and prevent wildfire, and the state's budget continues to build on that foundation. We still have some work to do, but in our most recent budget, Governor Hobbs and the legislature increased DFFM's wildland fire suppression budget to $8 million. That's up from $3 million. And maintained our wildfire mitigation budget at over $25 million. We used wildfire mitigation monies for internal projects and external grants to lessen the threat of wildfire through forest health and other fuel treatment efforts. In addition to suppression and mitigation monies, the legislature passed and the governor signed a bill that includes Arizona in the Great Plains Interstate Fire Compact, giving Arizona access to resources from across the country and increasing Arizona firefighters' opportunities to deploy to other states when needed. At the end of the day, it is all about you, the Arizona Fire Service, and your training. Please take advantage of the opportunities presented. In closing, I want to remind you all that firefighters are some of the first heroes that our kids see. You and the other first responders are foundational to our communities. I know from my own experience growing up in rural New Hampshire, our town had a volunteer fire department, the Kensington Volunteer Fire Department, and those guys were always the coolest. You could always spot them because they had all their gear hanging in the back of their trucks. Thanks again, everyone, and enjoy the 2024 Arizona Fire School.
You know, each one of these partnerships that we have with these that are going to represent us tonight are important to each one of us in our community. So we absolutely appreciate them being here. Our next one will be from our home city here. We'll have Mesa Fire Chief Mary Camilli.
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you here. I tell you, they have a packed day for you. You're going to see awardees getting recognized, people getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, people doing some great things in the fire service. But I do want to start with recognizing the training committee. Can the training committee please stand? I want to say something about these folks because you have some that are full-time, fully employed today, fire chiefs, captains, and then you have folks that are retired. And on both accounts, it's critical because the folks that are working full-time are fitting this in their schedule to make all the arrangements to make this happen for all of you, which is impressive. And those that are retired can be doing anything they want to be doing, and they're here because of you. So I just want to, if we can please thank the training committee for the work that they've done. Thank you all, because this is not possible without all of you, so thank you so much. Can we have, I want to just get an idea of how many years of service we have here in the fire service. So if you have 5 years or less, please stand up. 5 years, okay. Excellent. All right, you can sit down. How about between 6 and 9 years? Stand up. All right, thank you. 10 to 19 years. All right, excellent. Thank you. 20 to 29. Nice. Thank you. How about 30 to 39 years? Please stand. Go. Okay. 40 to 49 years. How about anybody over 50 years with the fire service? Please stand. Come on, get a Chief Captain. Every person here, regardless of the years of service, has impact on training. And you can see 30, 40, 50 years still here because of the value and the importance training brings. All of you that are here today, those that are going to all the training sessions here for State Fire School, any nugget of information that you could take home and that you learned over this next few days, go back and share it with your work groups. No matter what it is, share it with your work groups. We are a family and we are a team, and we are as strong as our weakest link, and we don't want anybody that we are working with not to have all the information that they need to do their job as safe as we possibly can. So it is I commend all of you that are here for State Fire School, because you are here because you want to learn about the best practices that are out there. So thank you. You should be very proud of yourself, because this is what it's all about in the fire service, to do the best we can. And something I just want to caution all of us when we're out there doing our jobs: never get complacent. Complacency is dangerous, and that's when we get hurt. If every call we go out there and we are prepared for the worst, if nothing happens, nothing lost. If you are not prepared for the worst and something happens, now you're playing catch up. And on the fire ground, that's not the time for us to do that. So never get complacent. We had an incident here in Mesa 2 weeks ago. It was a house fire. It was about a 4,000 square foot house. It was an attic fire. It was a tile roof. Crews were inside. We were fighting fire from the gable ends, cooling ceiling on the inside. The house was clear. There was no smoke in the house at this time. We're on scene about 10 minutes, and the roof collapses on a section of the house. Tile comes down, rafters, joists, everything come down. We had a couple of folks that had worked their way out of the rubble, and they're fine. Another crew was caught on the other side of this collapse. The only way out was the window. They assessed the situation. Once the roof came in, the conditions changed dramatically. They were by the window. They knew, and we all know, that once you introduce oxygen, that can make the area worse, right? The academy, we just did fire ground survival training last year at the academy. They weighed out their odds. They got all close to the window. They broke the window and got out very, very quickly. They all got out safely, and then the room, of course, ignited once the air was introduced. But that was their only exit out. But it wasn't for the training and the practice that they have done. Who knows what happens? But I was very thankful that all of them were out safely. No one got hurt. But that's why I say, when you get on the fire ground, always be prepared for the worst, because you never, ever know what's going to happen. And utilize what you practice. As you're practicing, put it in your mind like it's something that you're really going through. That's what's going to help you through. And the last one I'll leave you with, I truly believe that we have one of the best professions in the world. The community trusts us, they believe in us, and they know we're going to do the right thing for them. And that's why, by you being here today and being the very best that you can be, you're not only doing your job safer, but we are doing the very, very best we can for our communities. Thank you so much for being here. Be safe, and God bless.
Thank you, Chief. Now we'll hear from our PFFA President, Don Youngward.
All right, it's good to see everybody here, and welcome to Arizona State Fire School. My name is Don Youngward. Just so you know a little bit about me, I spent a little over 30 years with the Tempe Fire Medical Rescue Department, part of the city of Tempe, who was gracious enough to give a 24-year-old kid take a chance with him, who was immature, and was patient enough to let me grow into this fire service. And really, I can't thank my Tempe Padre enough. In fact, if my Tempe friends can stand up over here, I got my best friend, Greg Reese, who's going to be honored today, Fire Chief, Mayor, City Manager, Council members, interim chiefs, assistant chiefs. I appreciate every one of you. Some of you may say, what's the PFFA do? Well, PFFA is an organization. We represent 8,123 professional firefighters throughout the state. We are a legislative body primarily. We fight at the state legislature to pass the laws to help your pay, benefits, and working conditions. Things like cancer presumption laws, pension laws, and all other kinds of things dealing with the fire districts, Fire Chiefs Association. And when we can work together with the Fire Chiefs Association and the fire districts, when we can all work together on a common goal, we unite, we fight, we win. We have a very good track record here, trying to improve the lives of firefighters throughout the state. And one of those things is working conditions. When we talk about working conditions, we talk about firefighter safety, the health, wellness, and on-the-job conditions. We can do all that at the state ledge, but none of that matters if we don't treat each other right. So I ask every one of you to take these classes seriously. Know that this fire service has a lot of legends and a lot of hardworking people that help make it what it is, and it's a world-renowned fire service here. And we need to make sure we stay united and we stay together. So after 30 and a half years, I chose to retire July 31st. I will be stepping down as the PFFA president October 1, or end of September, I guess. October 1, I will go off and do some other things. But I will be in contact, and I want to introduce the Vice President of Professional Firefighters, Dan Freiberg. Dan's going to be taking over the helm, and he's going to do an awesome job, and I'll let him say a few words.
Yeah, well, I didn't know I was going to be saying any words today, so this could be interesting. I don't have much to say. I just want to remind everybody, reiterate a lot of what Donnie said. The work we do at the Capitol, the work we do in politics that has a real impact on your lives. When you get sick, when something happens to your family, go back in time when we're fighting these pension battles, that stuff really matters. It's really important, but it starts with you. We represent you. We're your voice down there. The best thing we have going is that we put out excellent firefighters, and every day they run calls, and they make an impact on people and their lives out on the streets, in their houses, doing what we do. So the training you get here today, make no mistake, that helps us. That helps us at the Capitol. That helps us with our goodwill with these politicians that otherwise might not want to work with us. But we benefit from you and your work. So please, please take these classes very seriously. Enjoy your time here. We have some excellent instructors, excellent cadre. We're honored to be here and speak to you all, but take these classes seriously, enjoy them, go out there, do some really good work on the streets, and help us down at the Capitol by doing that. So I'm not looking for any accolades. I do want to give a real round of applause for this guy who's given 32 years of his life, not only to the Arizona Fire Service, but to every member in this room, every firefighter, every chief. If you got a pension, if you have good health care, if you have good working conditions, Donnie Youngward has been part of that for a long time. So please recognize Donnie and that incredible work. Thank you for your time,
All right, next we're going to hear from a new partner that we have. We'd like to invite Ms. Angela Harrell. She is up here from she's the CEO of the 100 Club. Thank you.
Hi, this is so much fun. You guys really know how to do this. We support police and fire. Are there any police officers here? If there are, just cover your ears because you guys know how to get this done. So you can teach them a few things next week at their Chiefs Conference. That'd be great. The 100 Club Arizona is a great organization. We're a nonprofit, and we support all of you. And when I say we support all of you, we support you individually, and we'll support you as a department and as a whole as well. We're going to respond in the event of a line of duty death, and we're going to provide immediate financial assistance. For example, we lost Corey last year, and his widow, Ashley, was with us at our survivors retreat just 3 weeks ago. We bring them into our family, and we never let them go. And that's important because we want them to know that we're walking that journey together, and we create connection with other family members that have been in similar situations. But we also support non-line of duty death. We also support what we consider on-duty death. And these benefits that we provide, the financial benefits, are really very significant. We've been able to escalate the amount that we provide in the last couple of years. So it's been really, really a wonderful thing and welcome from these families that definitely have a need. Another program that we have that may affect you, hopefully it doesn't, but it is there for you in the event that you need it. We have a line of duty injury program. In the event that you are hurt on the job and you are, for example, let's say, all right, so 2 days ago, we had 2 Phoenix police officers who were shot in line of duty, and yesterday I was at the hospital with both of them. We provided $1,500 to each family, and we will continue to support them at $500 per month, all the way up to $18,000, so that they can recover and get back on the job. We're going to do the same thing here for firefighters as well. We've helped many of you in the room already. I know this for a fact. I see your faces, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to help you and see that you're doing well. We also have a wonderful program called our Heroes Program, and this is where it really affects you personally. And I say personally because if you have a critical or a chronic illness or the loss of a family member, God forbid, we're going to be there too. It's our Heroes Program. That allows us to provide one-time financial support to get you through those challenges that you're facing. It is tremendous. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the job. It's a way that we can support you that are active, sworn, and working every day, and know that we're also going to be there for your families. Speaking of families, though, we have a great scholarship program, and we provide almost $500,000 a year in scholarships to all of your children. You don't have to have been injured or have a family member that lost their life. You can also make sure that your kids know about our scholarship program because, the kids are happy about it, but the parents are thrilled that those kids get scholarships. They really are. One of the other programs we have, and we have money to give away. If you're not paying attention, I said we have money to give away. That's my whole job. I have the best job on the planet. I get to respond and provide money and resources to those in need. Our safety enhancement stipend program, if you are in a rural community, you probably don't have near the funding that some of these larger departments have. No offense, Mesa, Mary, you do a great job here. You don't need as much as maybe, say, Fire District, or Rio Rico, or someplace out in the outskirts. We are here to help you with that. Mesa's eligible, Phoenix is eligible too. But I just want those rural departments to make sure they really know that we have equipment funding available for you. What qualifies underneath that is anything that helps enhance your safety. If it accidentally benefits the community, that's fine, but our priority is you. The more we can do proactively, the less we have to do reactively. So making sure that you have the best turnout gear, for example, is important. Making sure that you have other gear that you need while fighting that house fire, let's say. If we can do that, we want to, because I would much rather do that in advance than meet your family. Other amazing programs that we have, they're pretty extensive. I reference again that terrible house fire. I have a board member who was married to a firefighter, and that was a tough day because it is impactful and it's very close to home. Fortunately, there weren't long-term serious physical injuries associated with that. However, it's a burden to carry. There are fears that come with that. There is the need for mental health, counseling support on many different levels, and that is something that we offer to you, all of the time. As an example, last year, we had 197 requests for mental health-related resources. Those are individual requests. This year, January to the middle of July, we had 333. So we don't know exactly, is it awareness or is it need, or are we actually shifting our culture finally to say it's all right to be like, hey, I need to talk to somebody. Well, this is hard. It's okay for it to just be hard. And your family has access to those resources too. So between all of those programs, what I want you to know is we are here for you. Today we're here at fire school. This is the coolest thing, by the way. We offer training resources as well. We have $10,000 per department per year for wellness-related training. Anybody want to repeat that number back to me? 10,000, 10,000, yes. Per department per year for wellness-related training. Please submit. Go to our website. Go online. Participate in that way. These are easy applications. I mean, you can do them in your sleep. 1 or 2 pages, 2 quotes, whatever it is. Just send them over to us. If we have it and we can support it, we are going to do it for you. There are very few limitations because we want to make sure that you are able to qualify and get things in place for you to help your department long term. It means the world to us. So I stand up here in front of you and say, get involved. Be part of our team. We are here to complement your efforts in whatever way we can, and we want to do that for the long haul. And you guys I love that Mary had a few people stand up here today. Actually, a lot of you, pretty much everybody should have stood up at some point. And there are a lot of new people in this room, but there are also those that have been around for apparently 50 years. Do you not know how to quit? It's amazing. We do cover retirees. As of November 1st of last year, we now support retirees as well. So don't forget that. You know, when you walk out that door, you're still part of our community. And the way that we cover is we will support you for 24 months post-retirement for mental health-related resources for that transition. Because reintegration into the real world is kind of a big deal, and it's hard. We also support in the event that there's a death in retirement. Now it's a much lower level, because there are only 2 things in life that are guaranteed. Anybody? Thank you. Death and taxes. So it's only $1,000, but we want you to know, we want your family to know that we want to honor your service and the years that you did give. Last and not least, Saturday morning is our Big Tower Challenge out at, I think they call it Desert Diamond Arena now. So all of those new people that are under 5 years, you should come out in your turnout gear, because a lot of people do. And those that have more years on, you don't have to wear your turnout gear, but we'd love to have you out there and support, because it's important for us to honor and remember those that climbed those 2071 stairs on that fateful day. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Stay around. I might actually stay around because if there's an event coming up that says no pyramids and no throwing objects, I think I need to figure out that actually. So.
All right. I don't know if you heard that Chief Casson, but she said she can help. We've been trying to get help for a long time, so we got another resource. We would like to now invite our chairperson, Chief Dan Bramble, with the Payson Fire Department.
Good morning, it's great to be here. Angela, you're a tough act to follow. As a previous recipient of some of the 100 Club resources, I can speak personally how happy we are to have them as a partner, and what a stand-up organization Angela and her team has there. They are absolutely incredible when it comes to supporting our public safety team here in the state of Arizona. So thank you, Angela, again for what you do. I am the current chair of the Arizona Fire Training Committee, just a small part of the team of dedicated professionals who volunteer their time and energy all year long to bring you this incredible event each September down here in Mesa, Arizona. I'd like to thank some folks this morning. First off, the City of Mesa, the Mesa Fire Department, Chief Mary Camelli, the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, our Mesa Delta Hotel and Convention Center staff, and all of the surrounding fire departments and organizations for their commitment of time and resources to give us the best training environment possible. I would also like to thank all the organizations and fire departments from around the state that support their members by sending them to this Arizona State Fire School, and the members of this team on our training committee that put this event on and has done so for over 51 years. Actually, exactly 51 years today. I'd like to just recognize and appreciate any of the folks from Mesa, Tempe, any other city management, and fire district folks that are present today. I'd like to thank you for being here and welcome you. And also would like to recognize we have folks and students from the East Valley Institute of Technology and the Franklin Police and Fire School here today. This is, as I understand it, one of their last days of school, or maybe it's their first day. I apologize for not having that right, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be present and part of our event. I have too many people to thank in this 5 minutes that I'm given today, but I want all of you to know, who you are. It takes a village to put this event on every year, and has for 51 years, over half a century. And I want you to know your contribution is essential to our mission for training Arizona's firefighters. This training committee that puts this on is a team of no more than 56 members. Our membership is capped at 56 from all around the state, supported by at least that number of fire departments who collectively plan, organize, and execute this fire school each year, every year since 1973. Committee members, thank you very much. I know we've already recognized you. I just want to recognize you one more time. Thank you so much for your dedication, your professionalism, and paying it forward the way that you do. Thank you. I also recognize the two people upon which fire school and fire training and fire certifications and credentialing throughout the year are processed and coordinated. Melina Hoya and Jeff Johnson from the Arizona Center for Fire Service Excellence. Those two people, it's a two-person team down there at the center. They make all of this happen in the background for our credentialing, our certifications, the testing paperwork. It's mind-blowing the workload that those two folks have, and I'm very grateful. Melina and Jeff, thank you so much for what you do. We have been at this hotel, facility, and convention center For over 25 years, I'd like to recognize the Mesa Delta Hotel and Convention Center staff. I know you're in here. The AV team that is outstanding, making this happen every year. You continue to deliver outstanding service, and we appreciate you. Let's recognize them, please. It's a lot of clapping, it's a lot of thank yous, but I have a few more. I would be remiss if I did not recognize the work of the many professionals who have come before us in the last 51 years, whose shoulders that we stand upon. Among those is retired Fire Chief Randy Redmond of the Sierra Vista Fire Department, Chief Paul Adams, and a handful of other forward-thinking fire service leaders in our state who helped establish the Arizona Firefighters Foundation some 12 years ago, with the express goal of creating a long-term funding solution for fire school. This was right after the Great Recession, right during the Great Recession, when funding was absolutely cut and we had to figure out how to continue training Arizona's firefighters. Over the last 12 years, the foundation has sent nearly 3,500 firefighters from Arizona, from rural, volunteer, small fire departments to this fire school, with the financial support of approximately $1 million from our generous donors. I know Chief Krieger will be speaking more about this next, but from the bottom of my heart, please know that I thank each of you, each of our donors, for your continued support as we continue this honorable mission started over half a century ago, as a way to help ensure that disasters like the Doxal explosion in Kingman that killed 11 firefighters will never again happen in our state. Motivational speaker Andy Andrews likes to say that everyone is either in a crisis, coming out of a crisis, or if you're doing pretty good and you think things are nice, you're about to go into a crisis. I would submit that the American Fire Service and our Arizona Fire Service is no different. While we have weathered and adapted to changes in this post-9/11 and now post-COVID environment, we face significant challenges related to inflation, as all of our costs, as well as demands for service, continue to go up exponentially. At Fire School, we are trying to keep training costs affordable for Arizona fire departments while staying in the black as our costs skyrocket. We have a customer base wearied of taxes while still demanding full service delivery from our fire departments. We also face difficulties convincing a new generation that the rewards of a life of public service are worth the risk to their health and welfare to them and their families. I would venture a guess that every organization represented here today is facing recruitment and retention challenges unlike ever before. I don't know how exactly we will navigate these challenges, and I know that it won't be easy, whatever the solutions are. But I stand confident today, knowing that the Arizona Fire Training Committee, all of our fire departments, our partners, the donors to our foundation, we will all collectively do our utmost to continue providing a quality training for at least another 51 years. If we work together as labor, management, career, volunteer, public or private, if we keep our focus on the mission of serving Mrs. Smith and not ourselves, and continue to dedicate ourselves to leading our profession better than we found it, we will be well prepared to weather the challenges that we are already in and those coming our way. I'm a motorcycle rider. Valentino Rossi was an Italian motorcycle racer and 9-time world champion, argued by many to be the greatest motorcycle racer of all time. At least I would argue that for my generation. He's nicknamed the Doctor for his finely tuned sense of throttle control on the racetrack. He stuck around a long time as a racer, much longer than his colleagues. And when asked, how did he stick around so long, Rossi would always say it was passion that was the secret. It was passion for his profession, for his chosen calling, that allowed him to stick around so much longer than many of his peers. That's it, folks, passion. It's passion that keeps Chief Mike Casson here after 50 years in the fire service. That's why he's here today. It's passion to do what we do here at Fire School. That's the juice that can keep all of us going through the pain, the joy, the stress, the unknowns, and all the challenges this job will bring you throughout your career. If you have it, figure out how to keep it. If you need it, figure out how to get it, or maybe find another career. There is no room in our profession for those not truly passionate about serving others. You all in this room are truly out there doing the Lord's work. What better motivator is there? If you need an example of someone who truly puts service above self, as the Rotarian motto says, I humbly submit that we have a room full of them in this room. Enjoy the 2024 State Fire School. Expand your network. Meet some new people from other organizations this week. Put some new tools in your toolbox to help you better serve Mrs. Smith. Hydrate. Number one, it's going to be hot. Stay safe. And bring what you learned back here to your organizations. Continue to build or reignite your passion for service. And it's not a cliche, but make every day a training day. Thank you for being here and for making the 51st Arizona State Fire School the best one yet.
All right, thank you for that. We have, as you can see, some wonderful partners that help Fire School be successful. And we're going to turn some time over to Chief Barry Krieger. He's with the foundation, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the importance of partnerships and the funding associated with Fire School.
Good morning, everybody. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Clay. Thank you, Chief Bramble, and good luck with you on your term as the chair. It's an honor to do so. Arizona Firefighters Fund, what an exciting time, huh? You know, when I took this over from Randy, he said, hey, you want to look at helping with the foundation? I'm going to retire. And I said, what's it entail? I said, oh, that's not a big deal. We sat down, wrote on a piece of paper. Here's what you'll do in October, November, January, February, December. And I'll tell you what, it's a heavy lift. I'm amazed at the amount of time that he's been able to do. 12 years he's been running the foundation. That's a heck of a long time. So it's an honor to be here to be representative of the Arizona Firefighters Fund. Impact by the numbers. What are we looking like? We've had a lot of discussion, but we've sent over 3,700 firefighters since 2012 to Fire School. We pushed over $1 million in donations from our donors and our sponsors. 65 fire professionals volunteer for the committee. 30,000 firefighters trained since 1973. 150 firefighters impacted across the Southwest. And 125,000 raised for our license plate program. What are we looking like this year? 236 firefighters are attending this year. If you're here on scholarship, can I ask you please stand up? Anybody that's here on a scholarship this year? I know there's a number of you here, so thank you very much. We're going to do a lot of clapping on this, and I apologize because I know the clapping is tiring, but this is a worthy time to make sure that we acknowledge and recognize everybody. We raised the scholarships to $600 this year because of the amount of money that it was costing. This is a reimbursement to departments that have committed, and sending our rural firefighters from across Arizona can be extremely difficult and time-consuming and costly. So what we've organized, it's a pretty incredible program, is that after they complete their course, we send money back to them. And some departments will send up to 10 people here. So they'll receive about $3,000 to use back to their departments towards training and educating their firefighters. Next, I'd like to recognize, I know we talked about the state training committee. It's an extremely proud group. We work extremely hard. The fire service is the ultimate team sport. I think that's what brings a lot of us to it. And we bicker, we fight a little bit, we care for each other, but really it is an extremely committed group of people. I just want to thank you all for being a part of the committee and all the work that you set forward. Now let's look at our sponsors. Without our sponsors, every year we spend about 15% of our total revenue that we have now, currently with the Arizona Community Foundation, on Fire School every year. So we're still driving to continue because we want to make sure that we can send firefighters. I'm a little disappointed that there's only 236. Out of the 300 plus fire departments in Arizona, I've only had about 100 apply for scholarships this year. There's a lot of people out there. We want to give you, much like Angela just mentioned, we want to give you money. We want to send you to Fire School and other organizations. So without our sponsors, it would be very difficult. I'm going to introduce each group, and then at the end, we're going to bring them up for a photo. The Arizona Community Foundation, our philanthropic advisors, Lynn Humphreys, who is the president, and Sean Watt, who's here today with us. Thank you, Sean. Next, one of our biggest partners, and APS has been an amazing partner to the Arizona Fire Service and done so many things. We work together when we talk about renewable energy. We brought a new class to fire school this year, looking to continue to enhance our relationship. We are very thankful for them. Today we have present, Tara could not make it, but Kimberly Battaglia, Scott Ordenkircher, and Wade Ward's present today. Thank you for being here with us today. Again, one of our premier sponsors has been here if they were not able to make, but the Kemper and Ethel Marley Foundation, they've been with us since 2012. They're an amazing group and just extremely generous, and we're very indebted to them. So thank you to Kate. I'm going to be meeting her later this month and thanking her, but the Kemper and Ethel Marley Foundation. Pioneer Title Agency, Tom and Karen, please thank you very much for being here. The Pioneer Title, Tom Davis and Karen Ulinsky, they've been with us for a few years now, and they've committed to moving forward, and we're very thankful to you and your help. Thank you so much. Youth Angels, Erica and Roger Breeze Foundation, they were not able to make it. They're some of our new donors this year. We're very thankful for them. Amazing family and foundation. They're very into educating and sending scholarships to folks on education, and we're very thankful to have them with us. Another one of our new sponsors this year, Southwest Gas representatives are here today. We're honored to have you with us. We're again a big tie-in with firefighters and gas emergencies and the work that we do together, and we're honored to have you here. So thank you, Southwest Gas. Walter Station Brewery. Walter Station Brewery folks couldn't make it. This is the old Fire Station 29 on Washington and 40th Street, and it's a pretty cool place to go hang out. We did a few events there. You saw some of the media that we kicked off with them this year. We're looking forward to some future things with Walter Station Brewery. Hope you can make it. Next month, we're going to be doing some things on October 5th, the Waltoberfest. We're going to be doing a Stein contest, Team of 4. So I challenge the Valley departments in here right now and some of the departments across the state to get in this with us and help raise some scholarship money. And then we're going to be doing a chili cook-off on November 2nd at Walter Station. Look on our media and follow our Facebook page for Arizona Fire School to see some things on that. Some Burrows hosted us last night. It's a pleasure to have them with us. We're pretty busy on Wednesday nights, a lot of planning going on. Basically, Fire School used to be a Thursday through Sunday. We've added a day on Wednesday, so it's basically turned into a Wednesday through Sunday event for the most part. So we really appreciate them bringing us some food as we were getting ready to coordinate and get everything set up. So it's really neat. Our license plate program. I know Randy would often say, if you're here on scholarship, raise a hand. If you have a license plate, raise your other hand. And if you don't have both hands up, you're supposed to smack yourself in the head for not having a plate. But these plates are pretty amazing. $17 goes to our scholarship to the foundation every year from the plates. This year we were able to raise $29,000. So we're really thankful for that. With over 145 since 2015 going from our plates toward our scholarship program. Lastly, you're going to see this QR code, and there's going to be some blue sheets of paper. And I talked to the state training committee, and I said, hey, let's get some folks to be able to donate and make it pretty easy for them if they want to make a donation. We would like any support that you can provide. There's no amount too little. We're going to continue this program. Our goal is to grow that, much like Angela said from the 100 Club. It's pretty nice to give money away, right? I mean, that is truly an honor to do. So we're here for you, and we look forward to it. Have a great fire school. Thank you for letting us support you and your continued support. Everybody be safe. We're going to bring our sponsors on stage real quick, and we're going to take a photo with them. Thank you very much.
How about one more time for those sponsors?